Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning wherever you are in the world, you guys. Um, so I wanted to do quite an important video um, today. Now, I think in this video I'm going to be offering some life advice to you guys, but I'm also going to be offering, um, just basically telling you guys what's been happening in my life and some of the struggles that I've had in the past sort of 4 months. But yeah, there's been I would definitely say in the past 3 or 4 months, it definitely has been, well, I'd say arguably quite a roller coaster. you know, um so yeah, anyway, let me just get straight into it. I just got the news that a week ago, um well actually it was about 2 weeks ago, I basically got the news that well, what basically happened was that there was a guy that I was because obviously you guys know that I'm obviously gay. There was obviously a guy that I was dating from my from my old school. Um, and Yeah, I mean obviously me and him were dating on and off, but we were thinking of obviously being in a proper long-term relationship. I mean he was thinking of moving in with me. Well, turns out 2 weeks ago, he actually ended his own life. Um, I mean, I don't exactly know what happened or what the circumstances were behind it, but I mean, someone basically told me that he overdosed. Um, he decided to overdose, and you know he ended his own life. Now, I've obviously have been quite devastated in the past sort of 2 weeks. That's why I haven't really done any videos of me talking in front of the camera. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been absolutely devastated, man. I mean, all I can say about him was that I thought he was an amazing human being. I thought that, because me and him were dating on and off for about 3 years. I just thought, yeah, man, I just thought he was an amazing human being. I mean, he was just such a gentle soul, you know. And but the problem with him was that he had demons. He had a lot of demons that he couldn't overcome. And one of those, and the biggest demon he had was a drug addiction. He had a really, really bad drug addiction. And the problem with me is that I don't cry right in the moment when I find out that someone very close to me has ended their life. You know, but I think as the weeks go by and the months and the years go by, it gets more and more to me. Like even yesterday, I had tears in my eyes. I was literally crying. And I think every single day I've had tears in my eyes because he just meant so much to me, man. You know, R.I.P. Rudy. I'm sorry, you guys, man. It's just crazy, man. Like, what people don't realize is that once someone dies, they don't come back. They're gone forever. I mean, what a cruel world we live in, man. Like, and I just hope one day that I can hopefully maybe see him in heaven one day. I mean, if the Bible is true, maybe I can see him in heaven one day. And I've just been absolutely devastated, man. Like, what I mean, I feel like it's like every single energy that I've had in my body, I've just been devastated, man. I haven't been the same person since. And I mean, this guy went to the same school as me, you know. Uh, yeah, man. I've just been devastated, man. I've been devastated. Um, I just think the problem with him is that he just had a massive drug problem, man. I even told him, you could move in with me, but he didn't want to. I mean, he wanted to, but he couldn't do it. But there's a lot of things I'm angry about. with what happened. I mean, I feel like the hostel that he was in, I mean, they didn't care about him. They didn't give two hoots about him. I mean, they could have put him on a path where they could have, because I used to live in a hostel, years ago before when I obviously moved. I mean, my hostel was all right. I mean, obviously it was very, had a zero tolerance policy when it came to like drugs and stuff like that. But I mean, I just can't understand why in Rudy's case, I mean, they just didn't do anything about it. I mean, they didn't care about his drug addiction. They just let him keep doing these drugs, and these drugs. And then eventually, I just think his body, and then eventually he just ended up overdosing. I mean, I still don't know what the full story of it really. I don't know the full story of what really did happen on that night. But I mean, I'm just absolutely devastated, man. Like, I know my best friend has been, comforting me for the past 2 weeks. But I mean, but you'll always be in my heart forever, Rudy. And no matter how many drugs you were taking, man, you were always very nice to me. You know, oh man, I'm starting to tear up, man. Oh man, but I think God up there, if there is a God, I helped this guy out with money. I even gave him the occasional 20 quid. I said, yeah, man, but he used to starve. Like, he couldn't even afford food. He just lived an absolutely horrible life. I mean, there was even people that would go to his flat and start stealing stuff. And, and I tried everything I could in my power to help this guy. I mean, I even sent him money quite a lot. I mean, I even got him delivery takeaways as well to his house to try and help him. But I just think everything I did didn't really. I think it was temporary patches on the problem. I don't think I actually really. Well, that's it, man. He's gone, man. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, I just want to say though, you guys, that um, I'm really thankful for you guys' support. I mean, I'm really happy that I have about 168 subscribers. I mean, obviously, I remember I did have you know, um, what's it called, a channel a few years ago that did quite well, but I feel like now, like I feel like my channel's starting to get a lot of views now, and I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate you guys' support. But man, it's been a tough 3 months for me, man. Oh boy, it's been a tough, 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 tough 3 or 4 months for me, boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. The truth is that out of any other guy I've ever met, I love Rudy the most, man. I loved him to bits. But he's gone. That's it. That's it, bruv. I know that obviously over the years I've met a lot of guys, and even a few months ago there was a few guys that I met, um, but I just say f them, because the truth is that the way I look at life is that if someone loves you, they'll always be there for you, no matter what. And I was always there for Rudy, man. I was always there for him. I did everything I could for that guy to help him. And the truth is that I loved him more than any other guy I've ever been with. I'm still devastated, man. I'm sorry that I had to do this video, guys, but when you have someone so close to you and he ends up passing away, I mean, it's just like it's gut wrenching, man. Um, yeah, I mean, I know that in the past sort of few months, I've met a few guys, and it hasn't really ended well. Which is, I mean, there's not really any surprise, really. I mean, I'm not gonna really. To be honest, I'm not even gonna talk about what's happened with other guys that I've met, because right now I'm just still. I don't even think I'll be able to get over his death. I'm being real. I just think, it's going to be a very, very hard sort of few years for me. I think it might take years. Like generally, man. Like, I mean, I'm devastated, man. I'm just absolutely devastated. But the truth is that the system failed him. They could have put him on a straight path of just stopping, stop taking all these, these drugs and get yourself back into, to better shape, you know what I mean? But the guy was, he was even suffering from anorexia. There was a lot of things that was going on in his life. And he might have not told me the full story. I don't believe so, but I'm just devastated that he's gone, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the truth is that we all die, man. That's just the truth. Like, there's a beginning and ending to everything. And hopefully, with me, I mean, I could live hopefully until when I get old, but I can't guarantee that. Because the truth is that any of our lives can be cut short at any given second. It's been quite a difficult video for me to make. I mean, yeah, it hasn't been a good sort of few months for me. I mean, because there's been, some other, I mean, you know how it is when it comes to gay dating. You know what I mean? When you meet dickheads. The truth is that I loved him the most. I loved him out of any other guy I ever met. Oh, why does life have to be so cruel, man? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, sorry, you guys. I just can't believe it, man. You know, I like, he lived in London at the time, and I even paid for his train ticket to come here. He came here like about 3 times. Um, I feel like there was people that could have done more for him. You know, what I mean, I was a little bit disappointed with some of the people that were close to him, like his best friends, because I feel like they could have done more for him. But I mean, yeah, man, I'm just, it's just been such a difficult 3 or 4 months for me. Do you know what I mean? Just tragedy after tragedy, man, heartbreak after heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what? I feel like in my life, I'm definitely starting a sort of a new chapter. Um, I feel like there's been a lot of people that I've met in the past sort of three or 4 months that I've dated and it hasn't really worked out. Um, but at the end of the day, guys, you got to remain strong, man, because you never know that one of these days it could be your last day. You never know. You never know, man. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I think, my life advice to any of these people is just be strong, man. Be mentally strong. Realize that there are people in this world that actually do care about you. I mean, my best friend really cares about me, and I think I couldn't have asked for a better friend, honestly. But it's been very difficult. You know what I mean? Because I think, like, at the same time, I mean, you meet, a lot of people in this life who are just absolute trash. You meet people that are absolute trash, and I've met a lot of people in my life who are trash. But there's one thing I can say about Rudy is that he wasn't trash. He was a beautiful human being, a beautiful soul, and I loved you the most, man. But the system failed him. That's just the truth. It's just that, this system we live in doesn't care about people. You know what I mean? Anyway, I just want to say to you guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys can like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, man, just keep supporting the channel as much as you guys can. And yeah, I'm out. And if there's one thing I want to say before I go, is that realize that in this messed up world we live in this absolute dumpster fire of a world we live in, this horrible, evil world we live in, there will always be someone out there for you that will care for you and love you. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I mean, look at me, man. In the past 3 or 4 months, I've had to deal with constant tragedy after tragedy, meeting absolute trash human beings that don't care about me. But just remain strong, people, because at the end of the day, there's only two things in this life: evil and love. And there's nothing that can beat love. And if there's one thing I can say though, is that I hope one day in heaven I can see you, Rudy. Maybe not in this life, because obviously, you know, you passed away, but as long as you have the faith and the spiritual guidance in you guys and the Lord, and no, sorry, not the Lord, because I'm not like one of these religious people, but I'm someone who's quite a spiritual person, then you'll be all right. Anyways, you people, I've got to go. Peace out.